Well, thank you very much. What makes you think this whole thing is a cover-up?
I'll tell you something about Robert Scorpio. He would do anything to protect his darling little daughter and his precious ex-wife.
Ah, you know better, huh?
You're damn right I
Can you
do.
prove that?
If I can't prove it, you won't print it, right? Yeah.
Well, hey, pal, I mean, I say it's your word against the commissioner of the police and the whole damned Air Force. Now, you give me a little proof, I'll see what I can do.
How am I supposed to do that?
Can you think of anybody who might be willing to back you up?
Are you kidding? After the Army came in here and put their intimidation machinery into gear? No way.
Define intimidation.
Excuse me.
What are you doing here?
You're Anna Lavery, aren't you?
You know perfectly well who I am. Why haven't you gone home?
Go home? What? Go home? I just got here. The press conference isn't over. It hasn't even started yet.
You could cause a lot of trouble.
Oh, you can bet your bottom dollar there, but only for people who have something to hide. And you wouldn't have anything to hide, would you, Miss Lavery?
Who the hell are you?
Chef Casey. WLPC's new reporter. Television. Care to make a statement?
Showtime, sweetie.
May I have your attention, please? Will you gather around? Please gather around.
Yeah, Dale. I want the two-shot here. Get the commissioner and his ex-wife here. He's a good doctor, and he's got to give me the three-shot.
Thank you. Thank you.
Then go to the...
Let's have it quiet, please. I made this room available to Commissioner Scorpio so that we can put an end to the wild speculation about men from outer space and miracle recoveries. Then General Hospital can go back to saving lives instead of playing host to a three-ring circus. With me today are Lieutenant Smith and Colonel Peters of the Air Force, Dr. Ramos from the National Institute of Health in Washington, D.C., Anna Lavery, and Commissioner Scorpio. Commissioner Scorpio will open with a statement.
Thank you, Doctor. Now, the rumors concerning the so-called alien were laid rest today with the discovery of his body in the New York City morgue. You have press kits in front of you. Contained within is a copy of the autopsy report indicating heart failure as the cause of death.
What didn't he mysteriously recover from?
Further study of the body revealed that he had a rare tropical disease, symptomology of which will be discussed further by Dr. Ramos here. However, before we get into that, there seems to have been speculation regarding Mrs. Anna Lavery's involvement in all of this, and so we brought her along today to answer some of your questions. Mrs. Lavery.
Were you hiding this man, Mrs. Lavery? Did you help him escape from the hospital?
One time, please. No, I did not help this person escape from the hospital. And all the time he was missing, my daughter and I, we were on vacation in the mountains.
Can you prove that, Mrs. Lavery?
No.
Well, if you have nothing to hide, then why were you on the run?
I wasn't on the run. I wasn't... What was I running away from? I wasn't on the run anywhere.
Mrs. Lavery and her daughter were sequestered away at my request until the publicity furor concerning this mysterious man had died down.
What about the reports that the two of you were seen together at a rural diner?
Oh, they're just completely untrue.
Mistaken identity. The Air Force investigated and could not substantiate any of the rumors at all.
So it's your word and the Air Force's against everybody else.
If you decide to see it like that, yes. Why are you being so pushy?
We have another question.
Yes. Why weren't the doctors here able to diagnose this rare tropical disease?
Well, Dr. Ramos will discuss that with you, Doctor.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Gentlemen,
if you look through the press here,
The man
you'll
with
see
the
a
hat.
description of the
Who does it
disease
look
we're
like?
dealing with. This particular disease
Elmer Fudd?
post-symptomatic relationship to Alzheimer's. Perfectly understandable.
That's why the Rogers case was so interesting. I hope that answers all your questions.
Well, it certainly does mine, but then I always thought that alien thing was just crazy.
Well, it was good Robert was there that put things straight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Robert will take care of everything.
Well, you don't sound very convinced.
Well, let's just say that I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Okay. Look, I gotta go in the kitchen and make soup du jour for dinner. So if anybody comes in or you want anything, give a holler.
You got it, Ruby.
Thanks.
Speaking of soup du jour, why don't you tell me just a little bit more about this Irish specialty that you've got worked up for the opening here?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I sure hope it isn't corned beef and cabbage.
No. I know. Why don't I surprise you?
I hate surprises, man.
Oh, but this is going to be a good one, I promise. Did you want the television on again?
No, it's almost over anyway.
What's troubling you, Catherine? As if I didn't know. You know, when Ron gets through all this, your marriage is going to be the first thing on his mind.
Not necessarily on his agenda.
Oh, Catherine, don't be such a pessimist, darling.
No.
You know, he loves you.
Mary, he hasn't even mentioned marriage.
Well, maybe not today. I mean, he's been so busy, and the timing hasn't been right. But well, I'll bet 27 cents and a piece of pie that he's going to repop the question. In fact, he'll do it the night you reopen at the club.
Well, he better hurry up, because if he doesn't do it soon, I just may be the one who's too busy.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Excuse me. Mrs. Lavery, now, that was quite a little tap dance you and your ex-husband did up there, but I'm not applauding.
What?
Now, you know, I just had a thought. Now, suppose instead of him covering up for you, you were covering up for him instead. That's the real story. What do you think of that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The truth, Mrs. Lavery. I'm trying to get the truth here. Now, what do you say? You and I will get out of here. It's a little bit noisy. We'll go downstairs, and you can give it to me.
No. I have a daughter, and she's been missing a lot of school lately, and I have to get home and help her with her homework.
That would be Robin.
You know her?
I do my homework, too.
Yes, I bet you do. Okay. Well, some other time, okay?
Sure. No problem. Hey, let me,
Hello. Nice to see you again.
And you?
Oh, I was going to write to you and tell you thank you for helping Casey. Mom's not to bother you, though.
Oh, don't worry. Do write or call me whenever you feel like it. And your mother, is she home?
No, but she should be here any minute. Would you like to wait?
Yeah, that would be my pleasure.
Mom, Mr. Sinclair came to see you.
Your daughter has taken very good care of me.
Could you leave us alone, darling?
Sure.
What the hell are you doing here?
Robin, at least, made me welcome.
What do you want?
I thought you'd like to know that Frisco Jones paid me a visit today. Oh, yes. It does interest you, doesn't it?
What did you tell him?
P.K. Sinclair told him to leave, that his accusations were unfounded. For all the good it did, he promised to keep coming after me until, as he so colorfully put it, had nailed me to the wall.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah, I hope so. He's quite persistent.
I said I'll handle it.
It's fun.
Why don't you just do us all a favor and leave?
No. Mr. Sinclair, would you like to stay for dinner? Olin said there's plenty.
Yes. Perhaps another time, Robin.
Sure. Okay, but come back again.
Do write or call me. You're welcome. Well, Anna? We'll meet again.